this is Transformers fan G138, and for whatever reason this video is looking very red. I will try to correct that on YouTube if they still have the correction software. But this is Skids, Generation Skids. And I absolutely think this is the entire reason I bought this wave, and he does not disappoint. Easily my favorite, and he's a little back heavy when all his weapons are tucked away, but you know, a small price to pay. I mean, realistically, I was only worried about that for Crosscut, which is the silver repaint of this guy that's coming out. And I do not know why this video is turning out so red. Everything's red on the screen. I think it's the reflection of the blue and the red on here. If I take this off and I put in like this guy, the red disappears. Put this guy back in, everything turns red. Anyway, he's got this gun over here, which can detach, and this gun itself is two guns. The back half slides into a smaller gun. We'll get to that in a moment. Put that back together and off to the side. This is the Cybertronian vehicle that he is. Guy with amnesia, whatever. I like him. He's one of the coolest characters in the current IDW comics. He's one of my favorites. And I'm glad they're putting out people, the crew of the Lost Light, and others. But for the meantime, let's go ahead and start this guy's transformation. Start by lifting up these doors, and you can actually see all his guns in there. Oh, he rolls perfectly fine, by the way. He's a little low clearance, but it rolls perfectly fine. The back wheels have the same system as the Transformers Prime figures, where they have the friction plugs. They snap in, when the front are metal bearing built. But yeah, one downside, they decided to stamp the information right here and here, which show on his shoulder panels. Not too bad, but because those will turn into the shoulder panels. Alright, so back to the figure. So after we got that, I'm going to come up here, pop this and this out, and then unclip the insides of the arms. These tab in here. This whole thing will come down, and this whole system will not turn yet, but we'll mess around with that in a minute. This whole assembly will pull down. Oop, and that just snapped off. I haven't had that happen. Flip his head up. Flip this down and back. And that actually clips into place nicely. Next, we'll take the back panel here and slide it up so that this notch, first we'll transform the back panel. So these two things will fold up, twist around, fold up, and back. Then we'll fold this down and around, fold these kind of around that, like this. And you'll find that you'll have to play around with this and that to get everything lined up perfectly the way you want it. There's a lot of options with the backpack, we'll say that. Then when this comes up, this leaves this nice little notch here, which you probably can't see due to all the red, but that's here. This will fold up and over this silver bar. That leaves you with him almost complete. Grab hold of the waist, spin it around, and now we'll transform the feet. This comes down, swings around, and flip down the feet. Do the same on the other side. And there you have his feet. Now this is where he gets a bit back heavy in this configuration, because he's got no heels whatsoever. So you almost have to take this and try to support him with his feet. Yeah, he's got big feet, however, it supports a front load, not a back load. And the way these are designed, they don't bend forward more than this, which is unfortunate. I've seen people take a file and file down these pieces here so his feet rotate more forward. However, it's not completely horrible. It's actually not bad at all. A lot of people have also taken these guns off. So you can get him balanced. And once you do, he looks pretty good. So let me just readjust my camera real quick. Let's get this in a little better light here. I'm wondering, just an experiment. Yeah, it's something with that blue, I think. Yeah. No, the lighting is horrible. Anyway, there he is in unweaponed up robot mode. Now, his face, it's okay. It's not the greatest. He's kind of just like, meh. You also notice here on the chest, he's got some paint scratches and mispaint. The scratches are from the package. He's so thick, widthwise, he's it literally takes up all the packaging space, and his front ends up rubbing on the front of the plastic. Which, if he's getting shipped, that's gonna rub. Just unfortunate. Here's the other issue I had. The numbering stamp is right in plain view. This one's not so bad. It's there, but it's not offensive. It's subtle. Anyway. So, now for the main attraction. What everybody is waiting for in this guy is the fold-out weapons. Yes, he's got the forearm weapons that are here under his arm. They're not well hidden, but yeah. So these can fold out. Cool. Not bad. His shoulders, if you grab it here, I'll do it from this angle here. Grab this on the outside. Rotate down. This is on a nice little ratchet joint. Do the same on the other side. You have the hidden missile pods, which help bring some of his mass forward. Easier to stand. Then his back here, if you fold this whole panel down, still spring. I'm not sure how it's supposed to be triggered, but it's there. You can also grab this, and this comes up. And then this V shape slips right over, again, that same bar. And now he's got his shoulder cannons. So he has shoulder, wrist, and missile pods. Awesome. And trouble standing. I'm really thinking I'm going to do that mod on the feet just so you can lean forward a little bit more. So let's see if we can get this guy to focus a little bit better. Nope. Alright, so his gun. You can have the big gun, or more preferably, his rifle and his pistol. And that really helps to offset his mass if you have him hold these forward. So now he stands up And I'm only worried about the top heaviness for crosscut because I'm going to have all the weapons folded in on that one. Give them a different look, as I don't know if they're going to be on the same shelf or not. But if they are, they're definitely going to have different looks. But that's not bad. Just to give a nice size comparison, here he is with Reveal the Shield Jazz. He's a little bit shorter, but it's not bad. Here is a Dusty Trail Cutter. He is about the same height. So he's about the height of the most modern figures. Here he is next to Trax. And I point him out next to Trax because I really don't want to go on the other side of the room. He's actually about the same height. Now, again, I point out Trax because Crosscut hangs out with Road Rage, which Shattered Glass Trax, which is on my shelf up there from BotCon, he can double as the female Autobot Road Rage. So Crosscut and Road Rage, aka these two molds, will work really well next to each other. And that's what I was really going for and really hoping for. So, based on the mold, the size, the comparisons, I rank this guy, even with the errors and the paint chips, I rank this guy at 9 out of 10. I don't think I've ranked anybody at 10 out of 10, so that should tell you something. Actually, who might get a 10 out of 10 is either the Drift mold or the Generations Cut mold. Anyway, so overall, with my experience with this guy, 9 out of 10. Even with the only reason he doesn't get a 10 is the top heaviness. Otherwise, this guy would be my number 1 figure right now. Other than that, it's the only one I'm disappointed in. I suppose you could always turn his feet around, and he supports himself quite well at my... So, he's got tabs here, so I'll probably, in my 3D printing ventures, grab a device that fits on to extend his heel. That's what I was a little worried about here. His foot is already loosening up. These are ball and socket joints that are holding this whole thing together. And because you got to turn this around and rotate it up, that's a lot of motion on that ball and socket joint. So they'll grind down fast. So have your super glue or your tape or your other method of tightening those up handy, because you'll most likely need them on this guy. But yeah, definitely skewed a little bit, so I rank this guy a 9 out of 10. He does have his flaws, and if he didn't, he would definitely be a 10 out of 10 figure. So, as just a comparison, this guy I would say is a 10 out of 10 character, 10 out of 10 figure, along with this guy. So, going off those two, this guy is a 9 out of 10. Guy's a little dusty. But, there you have it. That's my opinion. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed the review. If you have any questions, please feel free to post a comment down below. I will answer those for you. If you have any requests for video reviews, also post down below, and I will do them up for you if I have the figure. Thank you, and once again, and hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.